What's good, family? High value basketball. We are back once again. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well. We are talking about the New York Knicks roster in this video. We're going to do a quick breakdown for the 2022-2023 season. Let's just get right into it, family. Yo, we got Ryan Arcidiacono. Please forgive me if I'm not saying that right, but I think I got it pretty close. He is a point guard. He's actually in his fifth year. He came over from the Bulls. He didn't do too much, though. He averaged 1.6 points per game. So, having him over clearly is just a practice squad roster person. But who knows? Will he actually, unlock something in his game and actually get some playing time? He's already 28 years old, so he probably didn't reach the ceiling. So I doubt it. But hey, he's on the squad. Then we have R.J. Barrett. So, of course, R.J. Barrett. He's the young future for the team, the budding star from Canada. He recently signed himself a new contract extension, or at least they're working on it. I know, and he's potentially going to be hitting that $100 million mark. So hopefully he can make himself worth it, because it does seem like if they're doing that, that means they're really just hanging on to him because of the whole Donovan Mitchell situation. So hopefully he can continue to grow. Of course, they are putting, superstar potential on the dude. I don't know if he actually has that within him, but it's going to be fun to watch to see if he can even get better this coming season, which I do believe he will. And I do believe he will because he has additional help. We got Jalen Brunson, the big addition to the team. Y'all already know the man showed his ass in Dallas. Boy, that dude showed out, especially on that playoff run. And we've just seen basically what he can do. Like, of course, he isn't exactly a number one guy. He's too small for that. But as we saw him in Dallas, as long as he's got him a decent running mate, he's at least going to put some buckets up, and that's for sure. So I can see him putting buckets up with R.J. Barrett, perhaps. Then we got Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier, he's a fairly decent player. He had a down year when he went over to the Knicks, but he's not bad by any means, and he's getting some good run right now, getting his reps in because he's playing Eurobasket, and he's currently averaging 15 points per game. And last time I checked, France just made it to like the quarterfinals, I believe. And so he's definitely one of the leaders of that team. So hopefully he can take that experience, grow from it a little bit, and contribute to the Knicks. Then we got Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes, he's a second-year player. He had a pretty good first year, honestly, for a rookie. The dude shot 38% from three. So, I mean, he is a shooting guard, so he is doing his job. So considering the fact that he's starting out hot out the gate like that, that means he's definitely got some potential for growth and for getting better. He's already a bright spot on the team, so I do see him shining even brighter. Isaiah Hartenstein. He basically came over from the Clippers last year. He had what? 8 points, 5 rebounds, just under 1 block a game. And so, I mean, that's not bad considering the fact of the rotation of the Clippers. The Clippers are a super deep team. They got a litany of our rotation guys on that team. So considering the fact that, he barely broke the rotation, but he still put up the numbers that he did, I could see him having a really good year on the Knicks team because they could probably get way more use out of him, in the depth chart. Then you got Farron Hunt. He is a second-year player. Last year, he literally got no playing time whatsoever. Like, dude literally had 2 minutes a game. So let's see what he does this coming year. Hopefully he get, trained in the offseason. Maybe he did something to make himself a rotation player. We'll see when the season starts. Trevor Kills, Duke rookie. Dude is fairly legit, yo. Not even gonna lie. He's listed as a forward, and he's primarily a shooter. So, clearly to throw him in at the small forward position, try to let him, be in that Swiss Army knife kind of role. So hopefully he can put the ball in the hoop and he can, keep that 3-point shot going. Hopefully the transition into the league is a good one for him. Then you got, where we at? Miles McBride. Oh, buddy, he's a second-year point guard. And he'll probably get replaced by Kills, just to be honest. He really didn't do too much on the team at all. Didn't really have any much of a presence. And so I understand, why they drafted Trevor Kills. Of course, they're not the same position at all. I say he's a point guard, Trevor Kills is a forward. But I do see the team itself, from what I'm kind of picking up, I'm seeing this Knicks team trying to be a big team. They're trying to go for size. They're going for taller players. the only short player they want is Jalen Brunson. Everybody else on the team is going to be huge. So I could see why Trevor Kills can actually probably have more of a playing time because he's listed as a forward, but he's only 6'4". So I could see him as a shooting guard in the NBA as he was a forward, in the NCAA. So then we got Miles McBride. Or did I talk about him already? No, we didn't even talk about McBride. Oh, yeah, I did. Duh. Emmanuel Quigley, y'all. My fault, y'all. Emmanuel Quigley. He's a bright spot for the future. He had himself a fairly good year last year. The dude could shoot. Fairly good percentage on a somewhat dysfunctional kind of roster. Or at least a roster that had no real offensive cohesion. So now that they got a little bit more scoring punch coming in this year, I could see him, being freed up a couple more feet on the court. And those couple more feet lead to a couple more percentage points in the 3-point. So boom, there you have it. Then you got Julius Randle. Man, I hope Randle can, redeem himself because, he's basically been tiptoeing down, further down in the mediocrity ever since he got there. He had the first year where he, showed out pretty good. But then ever since then, he's just been a flame out, just being honest about it. So, he's still on this team. He's still one of the highest paid players on the team. So they got to get some type of use out of him if they don't ever trade him. So hopefully this dude has been cooking in the offseason to do whatever he can to build his game back up because they're going to need it if he's going to be out there. Then we've got Cam Reddish. To me, I feel like Cam Reddish is just slightly overrated. That's just my opinion, y'all. Of course, the dude has some skills. He's got some abilities. However, it doesn't seem like he has like an identity. Like he doesn't know what to do with himself, or he doesn't know, how to position himself in the best place to where he can, get the best out of himself, but also the best out of his role in a rotation. He doesn't really have a defined skill set, and nor does he play like great defense. So he's got to figure that out if he wants to, continue to improve and continue to have growth in the league, because I want to see it happen for him, especially on a team like the Knicks, because they got room for him to do it. So hopefully he does. Then we got a Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is basically their high motor guy. He's clearly a center. The dude, for his height, he could jump pretty high, actually. Like his vertical game is pretty legit. Like I say, high motor guy. He runs up and down the court, very passionate player. And I believe he will get better. So hopefully in this offseason, he's been doing things to make himself just a more well-rounded player, not just out there dunking everything all offseason. So I do believe that he will actually be a major player on this team going forward. That is for sure. Derrick Rose. We already know Derrick Rose. He's gonna go out there, and do what he does basically. But it's gonna be interesting because I want to see what his roster position is gonna be like. Because they got Jalen Brunson now. So what's going to happen with Rose? I don't think, of course, they're going to get rid of Rose, but it's just as far as splitting up the playing time, how they going to do that? Because I definitely don't see those two playing on the court together. That's a super small backcourt that's going to get destroyed defensively. So we'll see how, we'll just see how they rotate him in. But I know he's going to do his thing. Then we got Jericho Sims. Jericho Sims, he basically plays around the rim. But will he actually break into the rotation? Because last year he didn't really do so. He's a young player. So hopefully, again, same thing. In this offseason, he worked on his game. He found himself an identity, found a way to contribute to the team. And that way he can actually penetrate the rotation. Because last year he didn't even do that at all. Then we got Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin, he's basically the other Mitchell Robinson of the team, so to speak. Yeah, dude is a high flyer. He has an old school kind of power forward game where he's not really jump shot oriented. And a lot of his shot selection is more so by the rim. And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing in my book, as long as he can maximize his abilities. Like I say, hopefully he gets better in the offseason. Same thing. And he continues to contribute to this team. But I definitely see him as a bright spot for the team. And definitely he's going to do his thing this coming season. That's for sure. So that's the whole squad. And of course, do the starting five. Of course, we have R.J. Barrett. We got Jalen Brunson. Got Julius Randle. What else? We got Mitchell Robinson and potentially Evan Fournier. And so they're basically almost really running back the same starting five, of course, minus Jalen Brunson. But that's a fairly legit starting five, yo. At least I'm gonna call it one. And as far as getting through next season, I'm gonna actually make them a playoff team. They might not get a high playoff spot. They may be a 7 seed or an 8 seed, but I'm gonna actually put them in the playoffs, and the Knicks will be back. So let's have fun with that. New York Knicks basketball this year should be exciting to watch. Jalen Brunson is definitely going to be the bright spot of the team. I say watch out for Obi and watch out for Obi and Mitchell Robinson, and of course R.J. Barrett. So that is the Knicks 2022-2023 high value basketball. Like, share, subscribe, holla.